So today we are going to solve this question, that is a simple fraction, where we have to solve this question in constant time complexity. So in this question, given a simple fraction, for example, here the given part will be a fraction. You know that in a fraction we have a denominator and a numerator, right? So if you have like 1 by 3, so it means like you are given a numerator, that is 1, and a denominator, that is 3. So it will give you a fraction, that is 1 by 3. So for this you have to convert this fraction into decimal. So you know that when we will divide this 1 by 3, it will give us 0.333 and so on. So it's also written that if the fractional part is repeating, you have to enclose it in brackets. It means that since this fractional part is repeating, I have to enclose that repeating part in bracket, and so it is giving me 0.3 in bracket. Okay, so here it is the question. I think the problem statement is clear now. Coming on to the approach, our major motive should be in order to find out our major the one important thing is that the constraint says that we have to do this time in big O of k, or we can say big O of big O of some k, where k is any constant time complexity, and big O of big O of k, let us confirm. We have to do it in big O of k time complexity and big O of k space complexity. Then what we have to do basically, so here our first target should be to find this integral part, then to find this fractional part, then in this fractional part we have to find that what is the repeating part. So according to me, our first step should be to find the integral part. So the one thing which will come in your mind, that how we can find this integral part, is just find the quotient, because this quotient is the integral part. That is, if you will just perform this numerator divide by denominator, then the the integral part will be numerator divide by denominator, and in case of 1 by 3 it will give you 0, as you can see. And if you want that it should not return the bigger part, or you can also write floor. So it will basically give you, or else you will not write float, then also it always give you the question part. So our first target should be to, I think I should just erase it, because it doesn't matter that whether you are using floor or not, this numerator divide by denominator will definitely give you the question part. So, and this is 0, so we can just find the integral part by doing this. Now in order to find the remainder will be numerator mod denominator. Is it clear? So when you will do numerator mod denominator, and in case of 1 by 3, if you just perform a simple division, when you perform, you say what, 3 0 are 0, and it will give you a remainder of 3. So similarly here also it gave the quotient of 0 and it gave you a remainder of 3. So we found the integral part, we found the remainder part, but that is not the only case. The third thing is you have to find the repeating part. Like if there is any repeating part, I have to find that repeating part. So now comes the major part, that how you are going to find the repeating part. So in order to find the repeating part, we are going to use a map, where we will store we will have key value pair, and in the map we will store the remainder as a key and its location as the value, its location in the string as a value. So key will be the remainder and its location will be the value. So now if any remainder repeats, if like for any remainder, if you are able to find that remainder in the map, it means that that remainder just repeated, and it simply means that okay, this is the repeating part, now it is going to repeat. You can extract it and that will be the repeating part, and you can just enclose it in bracket. So for this, what you can do is you can just take a map, and initially the remainder was 3, right? So what you can do is that initially you will store the so we can take different strings in order to perform this task. Like you can take a final string where we are going to store the result, like you take any string res, and you can store whatever is the question, because first of all we want that question. So you can store that question in this after converting it to string, because finally we want a string of that decimal. So we can convert it to string, whatever is that numerator divide by denominator. Now this res, right now if I am dealing with the test case of 1 by 3, this res is storing what? 0, right? Up till it's 0. Then you can just see that if the remainder is 0, like if there is no remainder, for example, if the numerator is 4 and the denominator is 2, then in that case it will simply give you 2, right? There is no remainder. So in that case you will just have to return that res equal to 2, and you will just return that, simple. So you can check it that okay, if you can just calculate the remainder as numerator mod denominator, and you can just check that okay, if this remainder is equal to 0, then you can just return whatever is the result you just calculated, no issues. You can just return it, no problem. But if it is not the case, like if the remainder is 0, then you can simply return that result that you calculated to case 1. But if it is not 0, which is in this case, the remainder is 3. So for that we will store that remainder in the map, like we can initialize a map, and in that map we can store that remainder and as a key and its location as a value. So for storing this fractional part, we can take some other string, like string fractional part, and initially it's like empty. So this remainder, the location of remainder will be equal to whatever is the length of the fractional string up till now. So you can just store it simply. Okay. So while this remainder is not equal to 0, it means while this remainder is not equal to 0 and you are unable to find that remainder, it means you have not found that repeating part yet in the map of, like in the map you try to find like in the map you try to find the remainder and it is equal to map.end. It means that up till now you have not found the repeating part as well as the remainder is not 0. It means that you can move. What you can do is you can just store that rem in the map, like the location of that remainder, which is actually equal to fraction.length. Then you can store the, which is equal to fraction.length, and then you can just what you can do is just multiply that remainder with 10. Like let me show you, whenever you perform any operation, like you perform this 1 by 3 only, you say 3 zeros are 0 and it will give you 1 remainder. Simple. Now this remainder is not equal to 0, and since this map is not having any remainder yet, so it will not also find this remainder. So now what you do is you just multiply it with 10. You multiply it with 10, right? So we just multiplied it with 10, and then you again, this remainder will now become the numerator. So now your fractional part, you will again try to find out the integral part, and then we'll add it to the result. Now this time the result is the fractional part, so you will just concatenate that integral part to this. So in order to concatenate to a string, you just added this plus symbol, will be equal to, and after converting it to a string, so like to string, and now this remainder has become the numerator. So this is remainder divided by denominator is the same. So this will give you the integral part, that was 3 3s are 9, and again the remainder is 1. Okay, so you did that, and after this again your remainder will be equal to, which is 1, which is equal to that remainder divide mod denominator. So this is giving you the remainder part, which is 1. Now you will see that if this remainder is not equal to 0, okay, so if this remainder is not equal to 0, it means you have come out of this loop and this remainder was not equal to 0. It means that you have come out of the loop because it was repeating, that is why you have come out of the loop. And if remainder is 0, it means that for example, if it was 5 divided by 2, so you said that okay, 2 2s are 4, and then it was 1, then you just multiplied it by 10 and you again divided it, then 2 5s are 10, and then you simply have 0. So since the remainder was 0, so you came out of this while loop, and then you can simply so in order to like store the, because if this remainder is 0, then there is no point of having any fractional part, of finding any repeating part. You can just, if this remainder is 0, then what you can do is, you can simply, you had that final result and you have the fractional part, you can simply add that fractional part to the final result, and that will give you the answer. But if this remainder is not equal to 0, it means that there is some repeating part, like in this case. So what you can do is, or it may be that there is some repeating part and there is some non-repeating part. So what you will do is, you will again try to extract the non-repeating part and enclose the repeating part in brackets. So you will try to extract the non-repeating part. So in order to extract the non-repeating part, let's take another string to store it, and so let's store this string s1, and we will see, like if this map of that remainder is greater than 0, it means that the location of that repeating part is greater than 0. It means that there is some non-repeating part. This shows that there is some non-repeating part. So since there is some non-repeating part, we will extract that non-repeating part from the fraction using substring function, that is from 0 to that repeating part, we will extract that non-repeating part and will store in s1. And if it is not the case, like there is no non-repeating part, then you will just store the repeating part in another string, let's say s2, and this will have, and you will enclose it in bracket, like this is the repeating part. So this is fraction dot substring from the map of rem to end, whatever it is. So it will extract the repeating part and you just enclosed it in bracket. So this is actually having the repeating part. So this string will store the non-repeating part, and this string s2 will store the repeating part. So what you have to do is, it is not that you don't have to use that non-repeating part, you have to enclose that also. Only the point is that you will just not enclose it in bracket. So what you will do is, now in the final result we can just store the final result as, you have that integral part plus s1, that is the non-repeating part, plus s2, that is the repeating part, and then whatever is the reason, finally you can return that result. So this is how we find the